Hey lovelies, welcome to the Collince channel, and just as always, we have always given you content that arrives anytime and every time, and we are glad that you're always tuning in. And last time we did something that we told you that we will have more of the talks with mom, my mother-in-law, my mother-in-law, the mother to my husband, my sweetest mother-in-law. So I welcome you to come and join us and share with us your thoughts on what we are discussing. Today we're going to be discussing a lot of things, and I'd love you to introduce yourself, Mom, to the people that are watching out there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Rose, member. I'm a mother of 3. Collince Musumba, member. We are twins with my sweetest daughter-in-law,
Can you hear that?
Shifra Musumba, and Jackson Karani, and last born Jonathan Sobira.
So you guys, who has the sweetest mother-in-law like my mother? You guys can be there thinking that you have the best, but my mother-in-law is the best. So today we will be preparing a special dish. I love waru, I love Irish, and the way my mother-in-law prepares it is the best. So join us. Today we're going to be talking about something, Mom. I want you to enlighten me. Of course, you guys that have been here on this channel know that we are just new couples in the marriage section, yeah, the holy matrimony. And of course, there are notions that come about with how we relate with our in-laws and stuff like that. And I'm glad, I'm blessed to be with another mother in my mother-in-law, you know. Like, she has been a mother. I can't say that she's the mother-in-laws that people be talking about. I think she's a very sweet mother-in-law, and I am blessed to have her. Now, Mom, could you kindly tell us what it was like when you had, okay, how did my husband tell you that I am his loved one?
That was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
How fantastic was that? Because, you know,
I was so eager. I've been eager for waiting for a daughter-in-law.
So it was, he was taking long.
Yeah.
And so when he came, how was it? How did he break the news? Was he afraid?
I went to visit him at 58.
Oh, at the school.
Yeah. And then when he was taking me to the bus stop, he told me, Mom, I want to tell you something. I said, yeah, tell me. I'm here waiting to hear what you want to tell me. And he said, Mom, I have a lover, and I want her to be my wife. I said, wow, I'm very excited. Of that. I'm happy to hear about that.
Was that the first time he ever told you something like that?
It was. We were so close, but there's a time when it was so quiet, and I asked, well, what is not happening? He told me, Mom, just relax. So he told me that he has a friend, he wants to be the wife, but first, she's not a Kenyan.
How did that hit you?
I just knew that now if she's not a Kenyan, probably she must be a Ugandan.
Why was it that way? Why didn't you think it could be a Zambian, a Nigerian?
It is because he was there in school for so many years, so I just knew that there's nowhere else it can be. If not Kenyan, then just a Uganda. He told me, but I want to tell you something. One, my fiancé has a back problem. So I love her. Even if she's not going to give you grandchildren, please just accept her. I thought for a while, let me tell God, what shall I answer? And then I said, it is okay. If she's your best, then I'll just help you loving her. What can I do?
Is it give you worries of how will
No.
I be? How will I be with only just these 3 boys of mine, and now the person they're bringing in first because he's the firstborn. So didn't you have the worries of how will it be that I won't have a grandchild?
It passed over my mind, but we've been taught in the church that if you want to be a good mother, help your son to love the daughter or the daughter-in-law that is going to bring to you.
And that is something rare.
Yeah.
That is something rare. In the world where we are, people know how to love themselves and want the best for their children. Of course, usually parents want the best for their children. But there is the hard reality that people do not usually welcome. And I think that is one of the things that humbles me now, that I hear how your response was and what came through your mind. So now he has married me, and no, before he marries me, because there is a time now I came over to this place, and you of course you prepared very nice dishes, you welcomed me. There is something that you told me when I came here the first time.
Wait a minute. Do you want to say that nowadays I don't prepare good dishes
No.
for you?
This is not what I meant, man. That is not what I wanted to say. The truth is, there is a first impression of the food. Obviously, your food has always been the best of the best. My mother-in-law is a very good cook. I cannot compare myself to her. Every time she prepares food, I get challenged. I'm like, hey, which school did I go through? Yeah, so her food is the best. That very first time, her food was perfect. I think she did all tutorials of YouTube and mixed them in one plate. Like, it was the best dish. I can still reminisce the taste of that fish, because you prepared fish the first time I came.
In our tribe, we love fish very much. Have you had that? Fish. Yes. So we love fish more than anything else. But where I'm married, in Sumba's place, they love kuku. Ingoho. Yes.
They love it so much.
So I prepared fish because that's my best. Yes.
The first time I came, you prepared nice fish.
It is because of eating fish. Your ancient is trying to change now.
Trying to change it to become Luolish.
Yes.
Well, so I ate that fish, and it was nice. Obviously, by then you were still recovering from the operation. And I remember when I was leaving, you told me, my daughter, I want you to maintain this the bond that has been created in between the two of you. Do not break this relationship. What did those words mean to you?
It means I've had so many false promises from different young men and young ladies. So I thought, if this son of mine loves this girl that very, very much, then you go and then you say that now I've just decided not to
continue with
this. If you could have broken his heart, then you could have broken my heart too.
As well.
Yes.
Oh, my friends are crying. You're so sweet. Oh, that is nice. Okay, you guys, that gave me it kept me thinking, because obviously you were meeting me for the second time.
Yeah, the first time I met you.
as a prospective daughter-in-law. The first time you met me, we were in school. Obviously, I don't know whether he told you anything that time, because there was nothing that was going on.
No, even we didn't think of anything.
Yes.
But he came with a DVD or CD, yeah. And then I said, that lady is singing very well, just singing like a weaver bird, like, I don't know how to express.
You guys, I am blushing.
But I didn't know that the daughter or the girl that I was admiring one day will be my daughter-in-law.
Guys, oh my God. The love started from very far. It is a
Sure,
deep bond.
sure,
and,
sure.
and I really thank God about this because, man, it is a blessing to have a mother-in-law who loves you this much. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I was that kept on my mind. I kept on thinking about it, and oh, that scared me. I kept on thinking about it, and now that I get to know what it meant to you, obviously, I can't say that it was in my power that this would have come out, because we rely on God's plans, and I really thank God that His plans met our desires. Yeah, and we are what we are right now. Now back to the time when we have gotten married, and everything is seeming to take season. Of course, how I don't know how, because I can realize from the photos and the videos that we have of the wedding, you are the happiest. Like, you are very happy, and you are very, very supportive even during the time of preparations for the wedding, which is rare, of course, which is rare to have something like that, especially in the world now, where people just mind their business and they do not want to care about what is going on in their children's life, in their friends' lives, but you are always there. How did the wedding make you feel, you as mom?
I don't know how to express it, but how I felt, it was the happiest moment in my life. My name changed. I was not only a mother, but a mother-in-law, you see. So I was very happy, very, very happy. Yeah.
Mama, do you want us to cut these ones small?
Chop them small pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
With chefs, you have to be very particular. When you have your mom-in-law as a chef, you have to be very particular. There is a certain way she wants things to be done. So after the wedding, and now we are there. Of course, I know you kept on praying, because I heard from your friends, and you yourself, you told us, we are praying for you. God is a God of miracles.
Sure.
And you kept on telling me everything will work out as God's plan is. What was your biggest challenge, accepting that is the way I was bound to be, as said, that I wouldn't have a child?
Pardon?
What came to your mind? What always popped up as a challenge to you, that I would not give birth to any child later on? Now that obviously the time he told you, I have a person and she might not be able to give birth. I remember he told me that there is an option of adopting. You also mentioned it to me sometime. Wasn't it such a stressful, and of course we don't have Dad here today right now, but how was it breaking the news to Dad, or did you actually share with Dad?
I shared with him. It was not a simple decision, but out of love, and we wanted my son to be happy. Having many children without that happiness in you, then you cannot have a good life. So he could not be the first one, but we knew that God can change everything that a human being can say about. God is the final. Yeah.
Wow.
So we were just praying for you. We used to pray. When we pray, we used to pray for our children, naming them one by one, and you are number 2 in our prayers. Just the way you are twins, you must have one to be the first one and the second one.
Yes.
Yeah.
My God. You guys, being prayerful is, by the way, prayers Prayers are great. They
And
change.
can change,
Yes, they
yeah.
change lives. They have the power to do that. And we are living testimony.
In
Now,
fact, I can testify that the Lord is good. Because immediately after moving from the hospital, we were not well off financially. But according to me, I knew that everything is possible in the Lord. So when the journey started of going to Uganda, I told my son, pray more than ever the way you have been praying, and the Lord is going to work it out for us. And indeed, the Lord was good, and great is his faithfulness.
Indeed, he has always. His mercies are new every morning.
Sure.
And we can testify. You guys can be part of our testimonies and
Sure.
seen this. And Mom is continuing to testify about it. So we don't have that here today, but I would love you to tell us, was it my husband that told Dad about me, or did he give you the responsibility to now carry on?
Of course, I've been more
Close
to Sumba.
Mommy's boy.
Yes. So when you told me, it was my responsibility to tell the dad. Yeah. And I told him everything.
Step by step.
Step by
How was
step.
his reaction?
He took a pause and he asked me, what about you? What did you reply? And then I told him that I didn't take even 1 minute or 30 minutes to answer, but I told him that that girl or the lady that will be good to you will also be good to us, especially to me. Yeah.
What came to your mind that those words have had to come to me? Why did you have to make such statements?
Actually, the statement was because I loved you.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because I've been the only girl in this house for so many years.
Long, eh?
So having another one
coming
in as the love of my loving son, I'm telling you.
It was joy overloaded.
I can't even express.
Oh my God! And that fish was nice. You should. I'm learning slowly, guys. My mother is the best. My mother-in-law is the best cook. Like, she's a chef. Any gig you have for catering, chefery, anything like that, she can do a good job. She's a very, very perfect cook, and you that has just tested her food, you can bear witness. Yeah. So I really enjoyed that time, and I was humbled by the reaction that you had to me during that time. Now, having had this conversation with Dad, and now I am finally married to my husband. How did the marriage experience go for you? Like the time we had, of course, you were very supportive to us during the time of coming to the visit to my home, and then to the wedding as well. You were very, very, very supportive during that time. What was the push? What was the force behind that support?
The force beyond that support is that you are part of me. Because being my firstborn, I've never had any wedding before, so it was the first one, the first daughter in law. Now I could do everything for you.
You actually did everything and anything. You went beyond the limit. Now, taking you back a minute, before obviously we got married, and my husband had made his intentions to you of getting married to me, what came to your mind, considering that you had just met me for 2 times, and then this is when he's telling you, I want to get married to this lady. You have never, okay, you had met my mom and my dad, but not on that basis. So what was your reaction? What was it for you like?
I remember the time you came, I tried to talk to you and I told you, the big battle maker here is you. So I told you go back and talk to your parents. You have seen the guy, you know his situation, you know everything. So go and talk to them, talk to mom and dad nicely, so that when we come over to talk with them,
there is a foundation already.
So I had no doubt, because I knew that after receiving the news that my son wants to marry, we started communicating to God, telling him everything, and God was on our side. So we had no problem about it, because we knew that God is going to answer our prayers.
You didn't have any worries of, like grandma had worries of, I could be coming from a tribe of Wagisu. What were your questions when he told you?
But I asked my son, is the lady a God-fearing lady? Yes, he told me a God-fearing and Adventist. And after hearing that, I didn't have any question. I didn't have any doubt. I knew that in God everything is okay.
God works miracles. God works miracles to us. He works in our favor when you are favored and highly blessed, Yeah, God makes everything work out for you. Yeah. So now taking you to now we are married, and of course the situation has not changed, that I have a back condition that will not allow me to have a child. Did you have any worries of any sort that I would never give you grandchildren, or he would never give you grandchildren?
Of course, I accepted all. When he told me that you're not going to have a child, I accepted and said that God, if it is good in the eyes of God to give us a grandchild, then well and good. And if it is through adoption, then well and good. That's what I just agreed about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some parents are gems, Some parents are gems, and they really, I think having God at the center of it all makes things easier, because it is not an easy decision to make as a human being, to say, okay, I am willing to give up my dreams. Some in Africa, children are dreams for people, so it is not usually easy to give up dreams of children and having a bigger family. And I really thank God that he used you. Now, I remember the time when it was now God had finally answered the prayers, the many prayers that you said and prayed for us, and with your friends. Of course, they're friends of yours that always prayed with you, played with you. After all this happened, God blessed us with a bundle of joy. And I remember after getting those news on that very same day, I think we had confirmed that we are now pregnant or expectant, we called you first. And I remember the way I said it. I said, Mom, hello Mom, yes, tuko na mtoto. And my mother asked me, ni wa nani huyo mtoto? Mmemtoa wapi? As in, my language was very, very limiting, that I couldn't say mi ni mjamzito or I am pregnant in Kiswahili. And there was always okay, it was not easy for me to break the news that I am pregnant. I was wondering what would the best way be for a person to break pregnancy news to their mothers-in-law. You can tell us what you did. Did you write a letter? Did you leave a notice? What was it like for you? Yeah, so it was like that for me. How did that feel coming from me now to your ears?
I was so much excited. I was like, oh my God, you have answered our prayers. And I was very happy. In fact, I remember going to my bedroom, and instead of closing my eyes to pray and tell God thank you, I started thanking God in a sort of a song. Like Santi Yesu, a funny song that even you couldn't have a rhythm, but I was very happy.
The musicianship in us, it had no rhythm.
Very happy.
Oh my God, I can only imagine. I wished I was there to see your reaction, but I could feel it from when I now told you niko na mimba, and then you're like, oh, thank God, you are very excited. And obviously I could only imagine, how did it hit Dad now? Of course I did not call Dad to tell him. I assume you did that. How did you do that?
I didn't tell him immediately, but I kept it for myself like as for 2 days, and then when we were just sitting like in the family, when we were already eaten supper and the small guys have gone to sleep, I told him, I want to tell you good news. And he smiled, what is that good news? And I told him, you know, soon and very soon you're going to be a grandpa.
You should have Daddy and you break the news so that you can get the reaction. I think we should fake some pregnancy right now so that we can get to that reaction.
He's waiting. He told you that this one is his. And now you are going to look for yours.
He must have been excited. We will get Dad on camera and see what his reaction was like. Yeah, so just like it is always good news to have such news, and for sure God did it for us and he made it happen. I remember the time after now that had happened, I think it was a week or two. Of course, that is the time we yes. So I remember after some time you came over to our home and you were all excited. Of course, that time we had now been locked down, and you always came with food and all that stuff. Like, I have been pampered, guys. I have had the pampering of the best of my knowledge. Like, it has been to the best of my knowledge to be pampered. What do you want, baby? Hello, Rivel? Yes? Yes, Rivel? All right. Okay. Hello? Rivel. Alifanya ni Rivel. What is he saying? Mom, you've been to a situation where you are a prospective daughter-in-law, and then you finally became a daughter-in-law, and now you are a mother-in-law. What are the things that shaped you from your situation as a daughter-in-law to becoming the mother-in-law that you are? And what were those things that you always said that when I become a mother-in-law to somebody, God blesses me with that chance, these are the things I would want to do?
I don't know what to say, but actually to me, I can say the church has shaped me, especially when we have the camp meetings at our age. The family life session. In fact, it was for the first time that we went with my husband, and we were taught, and I've been reading books. So I wanted to be the best mother-in-law ever.
Always been like, that is the blessing that I have. Like, you're the best mother-in-law.
So to me, I wanted to create an the atmosphere that when you are in my house, in my home, in my family, you feel at home. You feel like you are with your own mother.
People, yes.
Yes. So that is what I wanted my daughter-in-law to feel like. And even my grandchildren, I have one, and the other ones to come. I want to be the best grandma ever, because we want to keep that legacy. When times come, when maybe I'll not be there, we have an history to tell that my grandma was like this, my mother-in-law was like this.
As we wrap up the talk today, what is your advice to women out there that may be prospective mothers-in-laws, or they have already become mothers-in-laws to somebody, or to many others that are out there that are in your position or are yet to be in your position of being a mother-in-law to somebody? What advice would you have to them? What would you leave with them that they should know and can help them? And before you do that, kindly subscribe, and in your comments please tell us what you would want us to discuss the next time we meet with my lovely mother-in-law. So you guys, we are glad, and mom is going to answer straight into this, and we will be good to have another time of talk time.
Thank you. The first question is about
what advice you have
to mothers-in-laws like me.
Yes.
To my dear mother-in-laws like me, I can only advise you to be smart and good and kind. And all those names to your daughters-in-laws. One, because every nation starts with a family. Every church starts with a family. And even a school, it starts with a family. So that humbleness, that love, that kindness that you give to this daughter-in-law, a girl who comes from far or from near to your home, it will make your family to be the happiest family forever. So, if you not be good to your daughter-in-law, you know you're going to lose your son. Losing a son is very easy.
Say that again so that they get it.
Losing a son is very easy. If you don't love your daughter-in-law, then you're going to lose your son, obviously.
Wow.
So you must love her, cherish her, and do everything that you can do to her. The third one, remember that you have daughters too. And whenever they are married, the way you treat this young girl here is the way they will treat your daughter there.
What goes wrong?
Yeah. So do to her everything that you can do. And to the daughters-in-law, if there's something wrong, please sit down, talk, and have a solution. Don't keep quiet, keep it inside. Then it will
eat you up.
Instead, maybe your mother-in-law doesn't know what is going wrong. Then you are killing yourself because you are being angry. You will have ulcers. And the other side, the mother-in-law is just sleeping. He doesn't know if she has wronged you. So please, as children of God who knows God, make the ends meet so that you can start over again.
What wise words from the philosopher herself, my mother-in-law, the best of all. Guys, like always, mom is telling you right now, tell them to subscribe because they need to do that.
Please subscribe today, tomorrow, and always. Start today and right now.
Thank you guys.